everyone, it's Meg. Welcome to a new video. So this is a video and just something generally I've been meaning to do for a while, so you can obviously tell by the title, which is a bookshelf reorganise and a little bit of an unhaul. Basically my bookshelves could become, they're not that unruly, but they definitely need a little bit of a declutter, especially because I don't have a vanity or anything like that in my room, so my bookshelves tend to become a place where I store things that I don't know where to put. So that is basically what's happening, and I also want to do an updated bookshelf tour because I haven't done one in the longest time since I got these bookshelves behind me, which was, I got them back when COVID was around, so a good couple of years. And I've also got obviously my new bookshelves, which you guys haven't even really seen in vlogs either, so that's why I thought I would just take a chance to do a chill, chatty, kind of tidy up, and a little bit of a reorganise and maybe an unhaul of my bookshelves. So that's what we are going to do today, and I have my assistants who are down here. Let me show you. So I have my assistants, the cats, down here. I don't know how long they're going to stay, but they are going to chill with me for this video. So yeah, this is going to be a super, I said, chilled, chatty, just kind of a little glow up moment for my bookshelves. I'm tempted to be kind of ruthless with some unhauling, but we'll see, because I have been unhauling books for over the past 6 months or so. I had definitely been doing quite a bit of unhauling. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and without further ado, let's get into it. So I will give you guys a little lowdown of my bookshelves just from a distance because it's easy to do it by hand. So this is my big bookshelf at the moment. As you can see, it does look like a jungle, and I have my TBR cut there. And the cat's down there. Hey Maestro. He just wants to go to sleep, bless him. And then these are my other bookshelves, and I did set this big one up, this skinny tall one up last year. I did film videos to make a reel, but I never ended up doing that. So these are newer shelves. I don't know if I'll really kind of unhaul or change anything about them, but they are here. So I think what I'm going to do first is, I have this humongous monstera here, and it is growing rapidly, and it's going to get to a point where I actually can't keep it in my room. So I think I'm going to, as you can see, it's overtaking my bookshelves a bit. So I'm going to try and pin back some of the leaves. It's not going to be perfect, but I'm going to at least pin back some of the leaves so we can look at the bookshelf properly, and obviously so it's not in the way, because it is clearly in the way. So that's what we're going to do first, and then I think we'll go through all the trinkets and stuff like that, and then we will get down to any unhauling. So I have sorted my monstera out. You guys will probably see at the end. It's nothing drastic, but I definitely needed to kind of rein it in a bit, because like I said, it's not going to be long, I don't think, until this isn't going to be able to fit in my room anymore. So you can kind of see and get to my bookshelf a little bit clearer. Now the next thing that I want to do is to declutter my bookshelves, because like I said, I have a lot of stuff on them, especially since I got myself a record player, which is on top of my TBR carts. I used to store random bits there that I would use every day, like hand cream and nail varnish and stuff like that. So instead it's all gone on here, so I need to declutter it. So obviously my birthday was nearly 2 months ago, and I still have birthday cards on them, so these definitely need to go, definitely outdated. I went to Manchester Pride last weekend, this weekend just gone when I'm filming this video, and I got some stickers. I didn't get as many, but I stuck them on my bookshelf, and I need to put them somewhere else. I think I'm going to put them in my journal or something like that, just because they're fun. We get pronoun stickers as well, so I love that we get those, so yeah, I'll probably put them in my journal. For the moment they're actually going to go on my tripod because I can't be bothered putting them anywhere else. So I've just taken all of like the little bits of like knickknacks and clutter and stuff off my bookshelves. I'm going to sort through it and put it back at the end, but I think now it's time to do a little bit of an unhaul. And I have definitely like a few books in mind that I might get rid of, but we're going to go through my shelves now and we're going to see if I can declutter them, specifically like this shelf here, which is my YA, like LGBTQ plus and mental health books, because this is a very like full shelf. And I must admit, I don't really have any books or many on my TBR that's going to add to this shelf, but it is very full. So I'm going to try and whittle it down a little bit, and we're going to see if we can find some books to unhaul. So we have my top shelf here, which is my adult shelf. There's not much I think I want to unhaul here. I think there was one that I was thinking about, which is Where the Light Gets In by Lucy Dillon. I bought this years ago and I did enjoy it, however I really don't think I'm going to read it again, and I've never picked up anything else by Lucy, just because I haven't. So I think I might get rid of this one to start the little collection off. Now, Midnight in Everwood is a book. This is the Waterstones exclusive edition, I think. It might even be signed, I'm not too sure. No, it's not signed, it's just the exclusive edition. This is beautiful. It's a Nutcracker retelling, so it's got sprayed edges and it's beautiful cover and like beautiful inside papers. However, I did enjoy it. It took me quite a while to get into this book actually, and I do love the feminism aspects in this. I don't know though, I don't know whether I'm gonna read it again. Let me just see if I've like annotated it. I've annotated it in pencil, so I mean I could. I'm not sure. I have annotated some of this in pencil, there's not that much, so I think I might think about it and then come back to it, because like I said, I don't think I'm ever going to read it again, but there, like I said, there are definitely some aspects that I do like about it, which might be enough for me to hold on to it. I don't know, we'll see. We'll ponder that whilst we look at all the other books. I did have a little bit of mind to get rid of my Spanish Love Deception, like these two books, because they were fun. I don't know if I would read them. I wouldn't read them again, I don't think. I don't know. Because generally these are not my kind of books to read, even though I did enjoy them. So I think, again, I'm going to think about it and we'll come back to it. So next on my classic shelf, I think I am going to get rid of As I Walked Out on a Midsummer Morning by Laurie Lee. I've had this for years again and I've never read it. I've only read Cider with Rosie by Laurie Lee. I'm sure this is a really beautiful book, but I can always buy it again if I want to read it. And this is a very old Penguin edition as well, so it is falling apart a little bit. I got it secondhand from an antique shop, so I think I'm going to get rid of this one as well. Like I said, I can always purchase it or get it from a library again in the future if I want to read it. Now I do also want to get rid of Death Comes to Pemberley by P.D. James. However, I do need this book for a video, but I still feel like there's another book on my TBR that I need to read for said video, but I might just leave it and then just film it, and then once I filmed it I can get rid of this book, because I read this by audiobook and I did enjoy the audiobook, but like murder and like murder mysteries aren't really my thing generally, so yeah, like I said, it's not really my thing, but like I said, I think once I film the video that I need this book for, then I will get rid of it. And it is also alarmingly yellow. Like, I do have a few yellow books on my shelf, but it is like ferociously yellow, and I don't like that. Being an aesthetic person, I don't like that on my bookshelf, so it's turned around the other way for the time being. Oh no! Oh, for God's sake, I've done it again. This is why you remove your plants from your bookshelves before you do it, because I'm not even going to show you the mess now. My poor burrito plant has just been knocked on the floor. I have done this before. Not clever, not clever, and I've scared the cat as well. So besides the plant drama of dropping my plants on the floor, I have quite a few books from one of my YA shelves that I think I'm going to get rid of. So I think the first one is Are We All Lemmings and Snowflakes by Holly Bourne. This is a signed edition. It does have some tabs in it, but I don't think I like you know, highlighted or underlined anything in it. I did enjoy this book, but it probably wasn't as good as I was hoping it to be. It tackles mental health, and I love mental health books, but again, I don't think I'm ever going to reread this, so I think this is one that I'm going to get rid of. And then I have All the Things We Never Said by Yasmin Raham. Again, this is a mental health book. This is kind of the closest to a thriller I'm ever going to get. It has like low-key thriller vibes. Very important book, very important topics that it touches upon, but again, don't think I'm going to reread it. And this is one I've debated on getting rid of for quite a while, which is 10 Things I Can See From Here by Carrie Mack. Again, this is a book that I have had for ages, and it's one of my first like mental health and like sapphic books that I have read. I think it has got some underlining in it, so I don't know if I can sell it. However, it is in pencil, so I might be able to do that. I do have a few pencil annotations, but I could try and rub those out. Or I could, you know, give it away for free. I'm sure somebody wouldn't mind seeing my annotations in it. I definitely don't mind buying books that are already annotated. But yeah, there were some things that I didn't agree on with this book. There were some things I really liked, but also some things I definitely didn't agree on. So yeah, I think it's a long time coming, but I think this is going to go as well. And then I have some books that I'm on the fence about. So the first one is Luna by Julie Ann Peters. I got this when I was in America, when I went to New York. I got this from the Strand. The only reason I want to keep it is because of the nostalgia and the memory of going to the Strand bookshop, because it was amazing and I definitely want to go back there in the future. And I do love this cover. But again, this I think is quite a controversial book after I'd read it. There's a lot of things I didn't agree with either with this book. So yeah, I kind of want to keep it just for the nostalgia, like the memory vibes, but like I said, I'm never going to reread this. And it's not a book that I don't hate it, but I definitely don't love it. So I'm going to think about that one, and then we will see, you know, if I decide to get rid of it. And then I've got the hardback edition of The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. I do have the paperback, and I don't really need a hardback and a paperback copy. So I think I might be ruthless and get rid of this. I do love Becky Albertalli. I haven't read any of her books in years, but I love her other books. This is lightly annotated at the start because I started rereading this, but again, I can probably try and rub the pencil out. Yeah, I probably don't need 2 copies, even though this is my favourite book by hers. And then I have Love and Other Carnivorous Plants. And this is a book, again, that I have read. It is about eating disorders, and yeah, I did like it. This was kind of like a 3-star 5 for me, like, you know, enjoyed but wasn't obsessed with, and it is lightly annotated. But I definitely don't see myself reading this again, so it probably is better going off to a new home. Again, this is going to be in like the maybe pile, and then we're going to, you know, see where we go from there. I can't believe I dropped this. This plant, I will show you the mess afterwards. It is just appalling. Oh no! It just keeps getting worse, doesn't it? My poor plant. Poor plant. So I realised that I was filming and talking and I actually wasn't recording, which I seem to do a lot these days. It's not very good. I really need to be more observant. But I can't remember what I have and haven't included, but I'm assuming it's my second YA shelf that I was doing. So I will quickly go over these again. So with The Far and High by Elizabeth Azevedo, I do love her works. However, this wasn't one of my faves and I don't see myself rereading it, so I think it's gonna go. Then I have Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson and Lauren Miracle. I'm not 100% sure whether I'm going to get rid of this because I do have good memories reading it and I did enjoy it. So this is going to go on the maybe pile, I think, and we'll decide later on. 1,000 Perfect Notes by C.G. Drews. I read this years ago and I did really enjoy it. It is a very unique and very powerful story. However, I don't see myself rereading it, and I want books on my shelf to bring me joy and to be like, oh, I want to reread that. So I think I am going to get rid of this. And like I said before, I can always go and like get a book from the library, or I can purchase it if I want to read it again. Tweet Cute by Emma Lord. This is a book that Em gave me back during COVID when her, Kira and myself picked books for each other to read in a vlog, which was really fun, and Em got me this book and it was super cute, super fun read. However, I don't think I'm ever going to reread it again, and I do want to kind of keep hold of it because Em got it for me, but she has got me other books as well that I love and I'm going to keep, so yeah, I think this is going to go as well. And then lastly from that shelf, I have This Time Will Be Different by Misa Segura. I'm so sorry, I'm so bad at pronouncing names. And this book I actually won in a competition a couple of years ago. It's got lovely sprayed edges, and I did read this via audiobook, or listen to it I guess, and it was a fun read, but again I don't see myself rereading it. But I do love that it was about the language of flowers, and I love books with the language of flower in. But yeah, I think this is going to go to a new home as well. And then we have The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton. This is like an OG booktube book. This is one that everybody loved, everybody raved about, and I must admit it wasn't my favourite. I didn't hate it, but I definitely didn't love it. I don't think as much as other people. And I have been debating getting rid of it for a while. I did kind of keep it because the cover's so stunning. But yeah, I think it is time for it to go, for this OG like book to go and find a new home. And it is a really stunning book. I did enjoy it, but yeah, definitely didn't quite live up to the hype that everybody else felt, unfortunately for me. This Unhaul stack is actually going to be a lot bigger than I thought, which isn't a bad thing at all. It's just going to take me a long time to put them on like Depop or wherever else I decide to put them. But anyway, we digress. Let's go on to some like series and stuff and see what I'm going to do there. So I have an extra copy of the Fairy Loot exclusive Heartstopper Volume 3 edition. This is beautiful and stunning with edges and foiling and all the rest of it. And I have an extra one because there was a print fault with this edition, so unfortunately this has it is signed and everything, but it does have some faults with the printing if I can find them anywhere. So some of it does have a bit of like faulted printing, so like some of it just wasn't printed properly. So I do have another copy, which is the one that is correct, is, you know, non-faulty, all the printing is fine. So I don't need two copies really. I don't know if I can really, I could probably sell it if people want it for a collection, but obviously you can't read it because of some of the pages are missing, so I don't really know what I'm going to do about this. But yeah, I think I definitely don't need it, so maybe if somebody wants it just for a collection and not to read, then maybe they will want it. Because like I said, it's signed and it's an exclusive edition, so maybe some people might not mind the fact that they can't read it because they might have other editions. So yeah, I think this definitely needs to go because I do not need two editions, and I'm running out of space to put my Heartstopper books, so you know, your girl needs more space. This isn't really the best angle because even trying to sort my Monstera out, it's still in the way, which is a shame because I used to love filming on the floor. But anyway, I wanted to move you down to my series shelf because I know there's definitely some that I'm going to get rid of, which again I've thought about for a while. So I think, unfortunately, if I can get them out, I am going to be getting rid of this series. I can't actually remember what it's called, but this series by Holly Bourne, or this trilogy should I say. I read the first book, Am I Normal Yet, but I haven't read the other two, and I did really enjoy the first one. However, I've had these for a long time. I don't think I'm ever gonna read them. And obviously these are very well loved books, a very well loved trilogy because it's about 3 different friends from a friend group and kind of all the different coming of age things that they deal with. But yeah, I do, like I said, did enjoy the first book, but I just haven't got around to the second and third book, and I know I would really enjoy them. But yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to get to them. There's other books that I would like to get to instead. So yeah, I think these are going to be going as well. I'm always a bit sad getting rid of books because I'm such an indecisive person. However, I know that these books are going to go to good homes, or I hope they are anyway. So yeah, I'm just somebody who's so indecisive and is really sad. But like I said, I can repurchase these books or hire them out from a library if I need to, which I have said multiple times. I'm just trying to counteract the factor of me feeling guilty of getting rid of these books. So again, this is another series I've been thinking about getting rid of for a while, and this is by one of my favourite authors from when I was reading YA, because there was a lot of YA when I was in school, but I think I'm going to get rid of the first 2 books in the High Society trilogy by Ali Carter. And I love The Gallagher Girls by Ali Carter. I do think about rereading them sometimes because I was just so obsessed with them. And this was her second series, which is about a heist. And I never got to the final book because I just was a bit bored. I just didn't enjoy these books as much. You know, like Gallagher Girls was just so iconic. And yeah, I just don't think I'm gonna ever reread these, unfortunately. And I didn't even finish the series, to be honest with you. I don't even think I want to. So yeah, I think these are definitely gonna go, which is sad because it's Ali, but I still have my Gallagher Girl books, and I've just realised there is a bleached Mark from the Sun on there, so you know, that's fun. I don't really have any poetry that I personally want to get rid of. The only one I'm contemplating is The Way Back Home by Courtney Pepperneal. This is the second book in the Watering Your Soul series, and I did enjoy the first book. I gave it like a solid 3, and it was enough for me to pick up the second one. However, I really felt this book was just filling up space for the sake of it. I feel like they were poems that, you know, that they didn't need to be there. You know, a lot of them were written, they find it very repetitive, or the poems, like I said, just didn't need to be there. They were there because she needed to fill space upon the page. So yeah, this was like a bit of a letdown for me. I think this was like a 2-star or something. I do have a few annotations. It is in pen, so maybe this would be something that I'd have to put in a charity shop or something, so I might get rid of this. I do love the covers though. I love like the idea of them. I think it is amazing, but yeah, I'm not sure about this one. It really wasn't my fave, to be honest, so again, this might be one on the fence that I will potentially get rid of. Now behind me, which I can't show you very well because of these leaves, is my TBR cart, and I don't think there's many books I want to get rid of from here. However, I think I am going to unhaul Miss Austen by Jill Hornby. This book is about Jane Austen's sister, and I did start reading it a couple of years the other year. I got to page like 68, 69, but I don't think I'm ever going to pick it up again. I'm sure it'd be really interesting because if you guys didn't know, I love Jane Austen, hence my channel is called Pride and Fiction. But yeah, I just don't really have the urge to pick it up, and there is a lot to keep hold of because of Jane's family. It's quite a big family that she was part of, so there's kind of a bit of an index with all like the family and stuff in here. So yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to carry on reading this. So yeah, I think this is going to go, which is a shame because I was really excited when I got this book, but yeah, I just don't have the need to pick it up anymore, so I'm going to add that one to the pile as well. I am debating to unhaul A Quiet Kind of Thunder by Sarah Bernard. This is a book that I wanted to read for years when I first started BookTube. It is a mental health book, it has anxiety rep in it, and I have anxiety, so I always love to read books with that representation in it, and I have heard good things. And I finally got it in a charity shop the other year, but I've just not picked it up. I feel like I should do, really, because I think I will really enjoy it. But every time I look at my shelves, like, this is one of the books that I'm not that interested in picking up. But I think I might hold on to it just for the moment. And then I think if I don't read it in the next, maybe by the end of the year, then I think I will unhaul it. So we have my other bookshelves behind me, which you guys probably haven't seen that much on this channel so far since I got them. There's not many books in here that I want to get rid of at the moment, but obviously there are a few. So the first one is a spare copy of Under Your Spell by Laura Wood. I ended up somehow ordering myself 3 copies of this book, and this is the Waterstones one I said I was going to return, and then I just procrastinated and didn't end up returning it and missing the chance to get my refund. So this book is going to definitely go to a good home. I'm going to make sure somebody buys it and loves it. And then my non-fiction shelf, which is like behind me, you can't really see it. I have a few books. So I have Wild by Cheryl Strayed. I did start reading this again. I started years ago, quite a long time ago, and I was intrigued, but I'm not going to do it. And I think if I'm going to experience this story now, I think I'll probably just do it through film. And then I have $1 Million Dog Brand by J. Nicole Smith. And I got this back in the days when I was starting up my pet photography business, because I'd seen this book, it looked really interesting, and I did find it interesting. However, pet photography is something that I do not do anymore. I don't have my business anymore, so there's no point in me having this, really. And it might as well go to somebody else who's going to enjoy it. And it does have a few annotations in again, but it's only in pencil, so I'm sure somebody can pick this up and enjoy it as well. Hopefully they will have more use for it than I will. So this is now the current state of my bookshelves. It's not that bad, however, this is what happened to my poor burrito plant. So I'm gonna go and tidy that up. And also here's my small boy Maestro, just chilling. He's been doing very well for the fact that he's next to all this mess. And that's my unhaul pile, doing quite well so far. So I think I've done enough unhauling and kind of chatting for this video, so I think it's time for me to do a little bit of reorganizing. I'm not really going to change my bookshelves that much, but I'm definitely going to, tidy them up, try and make them look a little bit less cluttered, and you guys can just enjoy that little montage before we wrap this video up. And I show you my final stack of unhauled books, which is looking a lot bigger than I thought it was going to. So we've done well today. I think this video has taken a lot longer to film than I thought it did, and I must admit I've had enough now. Your gal is done. So I might have shown you guys a quick clip, but I have reorganised and kind of put everything back on my shelves. They are looking a bit like less cluttered, which is really nice, and I've unhauled so many more books than I thought I was going to. I've unhauled about 25, 26 books. I'll try and pick them up for you. But don't quote me that I can, because the cat is here and I really don't want to drop them on him. Oh my god, please do not drop. I've unhauled, oh my god, so many books. Yeah, wasn't expecting that. I thought I'd do maybe 10 or something, but apparently, we've done that, which is, good deed. All of these books can go to other people to read and enjoy. Yeah, I'm going to put these down now, because it's a bit of a struggle to, pick them up. So that is it for this video, I think. I definitely need to go and have a break and tidy up all the other rubbish that I seem to have laying about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like it was a very chatty one, which I did do one of these videos a couple of years ago, about 2 years ago. So I hope you guys enjoyed a fun chatty unhaul and like reorganizing my bookshelves kind of video. Like I said, I didn't really give you guys a proper overview because I want to do a bookshelf tour, so expect that soon. I'm going to maybe try and film it like in the next week or two, so yeah, you guys have that to look forward to. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I always enjoy watching these videos, so they're always fun to film. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. The books that I have here, I am going to be either selling on my Vinted or my Depop, so I'll try and remember to link them in the description if you are interested in buying any of these books. I may even put them on my Instagram, which is always in the description as well, or I'm going to give them to charity shops, or I have a little bookshelf at work where people like buy books for like 50p or something, so I might donate them for there as well. So yeah, like I said, if you are, will probably have some of these on like my Vinted or my Depop if you want to go and check it out. We'll try and remember to leave them in the description if you want to go and check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching though. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. Make sure you follow my social media, which is in the description, if you'd like to see more bookish content that you will not find on this channel. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and hopefully I will see you again very soon. Bye guys!